Oh, guys, welcome back. Somebody asked me a good question. It kind of ties into the kind of day I had. Um, Say Loki, for example, because Loki was in the question, comes into your life, but is only coming in for a limited time, and you know it's only going to be however long it takes you to learn your lesson. And, sometimes gods do that. They come into our life to help us with something. They're kind of like a special teacher, and we work with them until we do get that lesson, and then they move on. Well, I said honestly, the best thing to do is to be a good student, to learn whatever the lesson is, and to, do your best. And then, if you make the god happy, even if it takes you forever to learn the lesson, they're going to be more apt to come back into your life, especially Loki. He may come in, teach someone a lesson, leave for a while, and then come back later because, they were pretty good about, him being there for a limited time. And we all have to go through that, hopefully the god was upfront about it, but let's say you had a god and you work with them for a while and then for whatever reason they just some just unceremoniously dump you by the wayside, and some, end up getting like really mean and aggressive like Odin did at the end, and Mammon was getting mean and aggressive. So what do? Well, you have to let them go to the universe. I know that sounds super cheesy, but, in the case, worst case scenario where they've just dumped you somewhere or they got really mean and nasty and made you want to leave, I honestly think that was Odin's thing, because then Odin doesn't have to say Odin failed. I left, it's my fault. Um, just let them go to the universe. You can't help them. You can't, and I can't emphasize this enough, you can't fix a god that's kind of broken. So if it's a worst case scenario where they just dumped you, or they never fulfilled any of their promises, or they were just getting mean and nasty, and you're the one that thankfully and hopefully walked away, you just have to let them go. We can't always get every god we want, and the ones we really want to love us and really want to be with are always the ones that are either with us for a super short time, and it was a good experience and we wish it would stay, or they were horrible to us and we just want them back and we'll do anything. And Loki was watching my ethics go a little wibbly wobbly today, and he was like, "We're not having this." So people kept making comments on the video and on timely videos and stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys doing that. But yeah, in a best case scenario, just enjoy the time you have together. And I know it's upsetting when you get a god and you really like them, you're excited with them, to only have a limited time, but there's no sense being sad because it'll be limited. It's like we're having this summer festival and it's going to wind up on the 9th. And when you go to into the festival and you're enjoying it and you're getting to, get games and everything, it's a lot of fun, but then it's kind of sad because it's going to end, right? You want it to be festival time and party time forever, but it wouldn't be special if it was every day. Same thing with a god that comes in to teach you for a brief time. They can be a very good teacher. And sometimes, we start working with gods. You guys have been following the channel for a while. See, they seem to come in and go out like I'm running a little factory here. A lot come in with big promises and a lot do nothing. So they go right back out. But, in the case of the original person asking, Loki can come in a lot of cases and maybe teach for however long the lesson takes. And, then go on his merry way. But he will usually come back if you're doing your best. You don't have to go crazy. Just do your best. Enjoy the lesson. Enjoy the time together. And because they do talk to each other and they do tell each other about you, and that they do know a lot about you from any other gods that you have worked with. And I think that they know very well our true essential nature, and the ones that care about you will correct you. So Loki today, being that he's still my teacher, it was like, okay, you're going to keep getting these little dings on these videos to keep reminding you that you're not going to backslide. I'm not going to let this happen. I know you want to go back to Fantasyland where you kept being promised world travel and everything else, but you're not going back there. No, if the day would come where, say Loki would say, I'm done teaching you, you've learned all you can, I'm going to move on, and that does sometimes happen. I'll be sad. I would be very sad, but I would be, happy to have them because, like I said, with Venaria, I don't know how long they'll be here. They might be here for weeks, months, years. They are here consistently 24/7. They sort of come in and come out, and same thing with Susanna. Some just come in and come out, and some seem like they're getting a start at being serious, and then they go away. Like I worked heavily with Lasanta for years, and now she still comes around, but it's not like it was going to be a forever thing. I think we humans, because we live in a world where most people practice a religion for life, we think it should always be like that. But a lot of times with our gods, they're with us for a while, and then we go on our journey with someone else. But enjoy the time you have with them while you have it. And even if it ends in the worst possible way, just be, eventually every god that you've worked with has taught you a lesson, whether they've taught you a good lesson, like in the case of Loki coming in to teach you, or they taught you at the very least what you shouldn't put up with, then that's a valuable lesson. So enjoy the time you have with the gods. That's all we can all do. It's not fair to try to hang on to them once the lesson's gone. I know we're human. I know we really love them and we feel that's the one God we truly need, but we have to learn and grow as well. And sometimes that means we go from teacher to teacher to teacher. So I hope that helped. And if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye bye.